What is up, guys? Steve here and welcome to another video. In today's adventure we're going to be hiking in to fish a smaller lake, and we're actually gear fishing. I know you guys have actually asked me, some of you guys asked me about this, because most of the time we are fly fishing, but today we decided to switch it up and get our old gear fishing rods out and give that a try. So we're going to hike into this lake. It's a couple mile hike, and then see if we can catch some fish. It's been already an adventure getting here, as you guys can probably tell by just the looks of my truck. As you guys can see, she's a little dirty. We've had a good day out there. It took us a little bit to find this place because it's a little confusing. It's not near a major road, so it's kind of hard to find, but we had a good time. Hope you guys can hear me okay, because it is really windy out here, so hopefully the audio is okay. I got that sock on my microphone, but anyways, we're gonna get our rods now and hit the trail, and we'll see you guys at the lake in maybe an hour and a half or so. Well, you guys, we're about halfway to the lake. We're just taking a quick breather. We just had to climb this fence, so climbing a barbed wire fence is always a fun adventure. Sarah just found something interesting, so we thought we'd show it to you guys. What is this thing?
He's so cute.
If any of you guys know what this is, you should comment down below, because we're not sure. You gonna take him home?
No.
We're about halfway there, and hopefully next time you see me, I'll be fishing. Well, you guys, we made it to the lake. We already got our poles in the water, and now we're just hoping to catch fish. Sarah actually just had a bite already, and for now we're just using worms and power bait. We're going old school. The proven methods are pretty much any lake, so let's see what happens. We'll keep you guys posted. Well, I don't know if you guys can hear me. It is super windy out here. We actually have a rainstorm coming in over there. But Sarah just walked off just a little bit to the left from where I'm fishing, and not 5 minutes into it, I saw her hook up a fish, so we'll get him on hook right now. We'll show him to you guys. Get him? Get him for you. Nice work, Sarah. There you go. 5. Nice work. Quick update, fishing is going great. The weather, not so much. I don't know if you guys can see behind me, but the sun is completely gone. We got some clouds moving in, and it looks like it's raining a couple miles out that way, so I don't think we're gonna be out here very long. Originally, we were gonna come out here, try and catch a trout, and then cook it out here. So we're gonna do like a catch and cook. I'm not sure that's gonna happen now, because first of all, I can't even get my stove on because the fire is getting blown out by the wind. And second of all, we don't really want to get soaking wet out here because we do have a bit of a hike back to the truck. So I think we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try and catch one more fish, and then we're probably gonna go ahead and pack it up and then head back to the truck. And then we're gonna cook those fish at home for you guys. So what seems to be working today, guys, is the good old power bait. That's all we're using. We're not getting fancy with all them woolly buggers and them zebra midges today. All we're using is a little bit of power bait. Now, if you guys want to come closer and look at my hook, here's all I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm just grabbing a solo hook, putting it in here, and then making it all disappear. Now, guys, don't want to put too much on here, because then what's going to happen is the fish is going to basically steal it off your hook. So you just want to do just enough to cover the hook. Then what you do is you just throw it on there and hope you get a fish. Pretty simple. Just like that. I should really get me one of them rod holders, but you know, I'm one of them fly fishermen, so I'm not quite as prepared for bait fishing today. But you know what? I forgot how much fun this can be. We need to do this more often. I need to quit talking and focus on fishing, because at this point, Sarah's a fish meat 2-0, and you know what? This has been happening a lot lately, and I'm gonna blame the cameras for it, not my skill level as a fisherman. So I'm gonna turn this thing off and I'm gonna focus on fishing. Got him. Fish on. We're gonna handle this fish a lot more careful because we're gonna let him go. As you guys can see, beautiful little rainbow. Took another little piece of power bait. As you guys can see, it is also starting to rain and snow or hail, wherever it is. So we're gonna put this guy back, pack up our packs, and hit the road. Come on, little buddy. We'll get you when you're bigger. Awesome. Right, it's been a great day out here, you guys. Sarah caught 2 good-sized trout. I just caught this little guy. We put this one back because we're gonna go ahead home. Man, I can't even speak today. We're gonna go ahead and head home and then cook the other 2. As you guys can probably tell, it's starting to like rain/hail out here, so we gotta put this camera gear away, and we've already had a great time. It's getting late, it's gonna get dark. We still gotta hike out of here, get to the truck. We're originally gonna cook out here, but with the wind and the rain and everything else, I think we're just gonna pack it up and then cook at home. So thank you guys for hanging with us, and we're gonna pack everything up and we'll be right back with you guys. All right, guys, back to the truck we go. Well, what a great day fishing, you guys. We finally made it back to the truck. This was a weird day. He keeps switching, which it often does here in central Washington, from nice sunny blue skies, where in 20 minutes later we had hail, we had rain, we had probably 20-mile-an-hour winds. But overall, it was a great day. We did catch some fish. It was fun to explore this place. We've never been out here before. It was definitely different terrain than we're used to. As you guys probably know, most of the time we spend hanging out around the mountains and more of the mountain scene. So it was nice to come out here in this sage country and just kind of hang out and find some fish.
How many teeth we pulled out, just want to know. He's like tens of thousands. Like, wow.
Well guys, we're just rolling back into town. As you guys can probably tell, it's already getting dark and we're getting hungry, so we're getting excited to cook that fish. Alright guys, so we finally made it home. We're going to go ahead and get these fish cooked up. What I'm going to do today is going to be a pretty simple and fast recipe. We're basically going to grill these fish in some tin foil. To do that, I fine diced some onions here. We're going to use salt, paprika, and some pepper to season the fish, as well as I'm going to put some mayo on and around it and then inside the fish. What this is going to do for us is just kind of going to enhance those flavors as the fish cooks in tin foil on the grill. So we already got the grill fired up. I already cut up the onions. What I'm going to do now is fillet these fish. Actually, I'm not going to fillet them. I'm going to show you guys an easier way. I'm just going to gut them and clean them up. Then we're going to wrap them up and we're going to throw them on that barbecue, and we should be eating in about 30 minutes. Now the way I'm going to gut these fish is not the best way or the only way. There's literally like 100 ways to gut a fish, so you guys do whatever you guys are used to, whatever you guys like. This is the way I like to do it, so this is the way I'm going to do it. So I basically cut it right down the middle. I'm going to come in here with some scissors, and I cut like this, and do the same thing on this side. Pretty straightforward. Now what this lets me do is basically grab the gills, reach in there, and lets me pull everything out at once. I'll show you guys if this works well. As you guys can see, everything with the gills and all the guts come out in one piece. Then what you guys have here is basically a clean fish left. And you guys are going to want to get rid of this black line. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wash this out. Then I'm going to do the same thing to the other fish. You guys can do now, I'm going to shut the water off so you guys can hear me. But you guys can literally just run your finger down that line. As you guys can see, it all kind of comes out. Then just run some water on it. Well, this is basically how I like to clean my fish. You can also fillet these. I'm not going to do this today, mostly because we've been fishing all day and I'm already starving, so I just want to get these cooking. But pretty simple, as you guys saw. I'm not going to bore you with the details. I'm going to wash this out a little more, and then I'm going to do the same thing to other fish. We'll catch you guys when we're done here. Right guys, so as you guys can see, we got these fish all cleaned up. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm actually going to slice about every inch or so on these fish because they are kind of bigger and I want to make sure they cook all the way through. So I'm using my fillet knife, and what I do is I just go through and I make little tiny cuts just like so. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my seasonings that we discussed earlier. So all I got in here is some salt, pepper, some paprika, and then I'm going to actually put that seasoning on before I do my rub. As you guys can see, you can bend the fish now from all the cuts we made, and that kind of helps you get all the seasoning on there better. Also, make sure what you guys do is you guys get the inside of the fish. And of course, both sides of the fish. And you're going to repeat the same process with your other fish. Now what you guys are going to want to do As you guys can see, we got both of these fish nice and seasoned. Ideally, you guys are gonna wanna do this and then let these fish sit in an oven for maybe an hour or two, but we're hungry, so we're gonna go ahead and get to eating. As I told you guys earlier, right here I have some mix of mayo and some finely cut onions. So I'm gonna do that because I'm actually gonna stick this inside the fish, just like so. And then I'm also gonna put this stuff in the tin foil around the fish. Now one more quick thing, you guys. This works best if you have some lemon. What I would do is I would cut it up and then I would put it inside the fish and on top of the fish. But since I don't have any lemon, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of lemon juice on there just to kind of enhance the flavors a little bit. Oh, that was definitely more than a little bit. All right, guys, now that we got that mix up inside there as we talked about, what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna put some down in this tin foil of the same stuff. Now put this fish in it later. It's basically gonna bake in these juices. Just like so. Then we're also gonna pack it on top. Just like so. And then we're gonna basically close it all up. And this is gonna be delicious. Guys, if you've never tried fish this way, give it a try. At this point, you guys are basically just gonna roll it up, just like so. You're gonna make it all nice and tight. Just like this. Now what you're gonna do now is you're gonna repeat this process with this fish. We're gonna do the same thing, and then we're gonna throw both of these on the grill. Right, guys, we got these fish in the grill. All we gotta do now is forget about them for about 20 minutes. What I am gonna do, however, is about halfway through is I'm gonna flip the fish. Otherwise, you guys end up with one side that's a lot more charcoal than the other. So let's go ahead and clean up the kitchen, and next time I'll see you guys, we'll have some cooked fish. Well, this pretty much brings this little adventure to the end. Thank you guys for watching. As always, we had a wonderful day fishing out there and cooking this couple fish we caught. Thank you guys as always for joining us today. Subscribe if you haven't already, like this video, and we will see you guys next time.